Most people quit when life gets tough. They say they want success. They say they want to win. But when the grind gets real, they break. Because success isn't about talent. It's not about luck. It's about one thing, refusing to quit when everyone else does. When it gets hard, and it will, that's when most people tap out. But champions, they go all in. Welcome to Smart Money Vids, where we explore the habits, mindsets, and strategies that set the wealthy apart from the rest. Let's get started. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't intelligence. It isn't opportunity. It's the ability to keep going when everything inside you is screaming to stop. Success is a brutal test, and most people fail it. Not because they aren't capable, but because they aren't willing to suffer for it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why most people quit and how you can push through when everything tells you to stop. If you stay till the end, you'll discover the one truth that separates those who win from those who spend their lives wondering what if. Miss it, and you might stay stuck like most people who never break through. The trap of planning without action. It's easy to sit down, make a list, and tell yourself you're preparing for success. It feels productive. It feels like progress. But let me tell you the harsh truth. Most people get stuck in the planning phase forever. They write goals, they research, they map out every step. But when it's time to take action, they freeze. They tell themselves they need more time, more knowledge, the perfect moment. They lie to themselves, saying they're getting ready. But the only thing they're doing is delaying their own success. Big dreams don't die in failure. They die in hesitation. The graveyard of ambition is filled with people who were waiting for the right time, the perfect opportunity, the ideal conditions. But champions, they don't wait. They start before they're ready. They take the leap while everyone else is stuck at the edge, hesitating. If you don't start now, when will you? Why most people never make it? You want success? Then get ready to get knocked down, over and over again. Most people think success is a straight climb to the top. They imagine smooth progress, one step after another. But that's not how it works. The reality? Success is a brutal, uphill battle, and it will beat you down every step of the way. The moment you decide to chase something bigger, life will test you. It will throw obstacles in your way, push you to your limits, and force you to question if you're even capable. And this is where most people fail. Not because they aren't talented, not because they don't have potential, but because they weren't willing to take the hits. You have to understand this. If you want to get to the top, you're going to get your ass kicked all the way up that damn mountain. Every setback, every failure, every painful moment, it's all part of the process. But most people don't see it that way. The second things get uncomfortable, they quit. The moment they hit resistance, they tell themselves it's not meant to be. They back down because they think struggle is a sign to stop, when in reality, struggle is the only way forward. The ones who make it, they understand that pain is part of the deal. They take the punches, adjust, and keep moving. Most people quit the first time they get knocked down. Champions get up, take another hit, and keep going. So when the struggle comes, and it will, ask yourself, are you most people, or are you built for more? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't. There's a reason why only a few people reach the top. It's not because they were handed an easier life. It's not because they had more resources or better opportunities. It's because they understood one truth. Success is supposed to be hard. The struggle isn't a mistake. It isn't a sign that you should give up. It's the price of greatness. Most people will never experience real success, not because they aren't capable, but because they aren't willing to pay that price. They want results without sacrifice. They want to win without suffering. But life doesn't work that way. If it comes easy, you won't value it. When you grind for something, when you push through pain, doubt, and exhaustion, that's when it means something. That's when success changes you. You don't become confident by getting things handed to you. You build confidence by pushing through when most people would quit. You don't become strong by avoiding failure. You become strong by facing it head on. Every time you refuse to quit, every time you push past the voice telling you to stop, you prove to yourself that you are more than your excuses. You prove that you are not like most people. because most people quit. Most people never make it. And the only thing standing between you and success is the choice to keep going. The pain of regret versus the pain of discipline. Regret will haunt you longer than failure ever will. If you walk away when things get tough, that regret will sit with you for the rest of your life. Most people choose comfort over challenge. They choose excuses over effort, and years from now they'll look back and realize they never really tried. But those who refuse to quit, they live differently. They don't wonder what could have been, because they made it happen. Discipline is painful, sacrifice is painful, but nothing hurts more than knowing you gave up on yourself. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, you're making a decision that your future self will thank you for. So when you feel tired, when you feel like quitting, when that voice in your head says, just give up, ask yourself, do I want to suffer now, or do I want to suffer for the rest of my life? Because pain is coming either way. One leads to success. The other leads to regret. The battle is you versus you. Your biggest enemy isn't the competition. It isn't your circumstances. It isn't the people who doubt you. It's you. The only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is the story you tell yourself. Most people lose before they even start because they let fear, self-doubt, and excuses run their lives. They convince themselves that they're not ready, that they don't have what it takes. That success is for someone else. But here's the truth. Your mind will either push you forward or hold you back. And you get to decide which one it's going to be. The thoughts you repeat, the way you talk to yourself, the way you react when things get tough, that's what determines your future. Are you going to let the voice of fear control you, or are you going to take control of your mind and make it work for you? Because the moment you stop making excuses, the moment you stop blaming your past, your circumstances, and other people, that's the moment you take back your power. Nobody is coming to save you. You are responsible for your own life. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can start creating the life you actually want. Most people never figure this out. Most people stay stuck in the same cycle, year after year, wondering why nothing changes. But you have a choice. And the moment you decide to take full ownership of your life, everything changes. Your current situation is not your final destination. Right now, you might feel stuck. You might feel like no matter how hard you push, you're not getting anywhere. What you're going through right now, the struggles, the setbacks, the failures, they're not permanent. Everything you're facing is shaping you for something greater. Most people give up before they realize this. They assume that just because things are hard right now, they'll always be that way. But success belongs to those who keep going even when they can't see progress yet. Think about it. Every champion, every successful entrepreneur, every high achiever, you know what they all have in common? They struggled first. They failed. They doubted themselves. They wanted to quit. But they didn't. Because deep down they knew that where they were at the moment wasn't where they were meant to stay. You have more inside you than you realize. But you'll never see that potential unless you keep going. So whatever you're facing right now, remember, this is just part of the journey. And if you keep moving forward, one step, one grind, one challenge at a time, you will make it through. The final choice, grind or go home. Everyone talks about the destination, the success, the money, the freedom, but very few people talk about the journey. Because the journey is where most people give up. It's in the late nights when no one's watching. It's in the early mornings when you don't feel like showing up. It's in the moments when everything in you is telling you to quit, but you don't. That's where discipline is built. That's where champions are made. The ones who make it aren't the smartest. They aren't the most gifted. They are the ones who refuse to quit. So now the choice is yours. Are you going to be like most people, making excuses, waiting for the perfect moment, quitting when it gets hard? Or are you going to grind? Because in the end, there are only two choices, grind or go home. At Smart Money Vids, we're all about turning knowledge into action. Check the description for helpful tools and subscribe for more life-changing insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.